it comes to relationships, Michael, Blackson and Rada were never exactly giving a traditional love story. Their union was built on an open door policy that let side chicks come and go like DoorDash deliveries.
There you go. There you go. Bestie, you messy as We just got started. Already being messy. Okay, let's go.
While most couples argue about chores or finances, these two were negotiating the terms of infidelity. Rada tried to keep the peace, smiling through interviews as Michael proudly declared his inability to keep his dangalang in his pants.
So
she was okay with that.
You have to be okay with this.
But you can only play with fire for so long before the whole damn block goes up in flames. And right now, this man's mess is burning hotter than a fish fry on Juneteenth. This right here is a 3-ring circus, complete with a baby announcement, broken promises, and enough embarrassment to make Maury come out of retirement.
Michael, you are the father. Use the pappy. Use the pappy.
But before we dive deep into Michael's saggy meat clackers...
Bestie, what the hell is wrong with you? Really? What is it? Explain it to the rest of us.
Don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts. To give you some better insight into this trifling saga, we have to take you back to sometime around 1995, when 22-year-old Michael got married. Things didn't work out, and he headed back out into the dating world. Now, let's jump ahead to June 2016. By this point, Michael had already been engaged more times than we can count, fathered 4 children from different relationships, and was knee-deep in a long-term relationship with an artist named Georgia Rain. They moved in together after only a few weeks of dating and never hesitated to discuss their relationship with the press. They even appeared on an Oxygen Network reality show called Living with Funny. In May 2016, the drama jumped out like it had somewhere to be when someone hacked Instagram model Lyra Galore's account.
Lyra? The girl who used to let Rick Ross play up in her juice box?
Yes, Auntie, that girl. Well, anyway, someone hacked Lyra's DMs and exposed all the celebrities she was chatting with, including Mike Epps, Ocho Cinco, and Michael, of course. The DMs were innocent enough. Apparently, Michael had an acting opportunity for her.
Acting opportunity, my ass.
But then, just 1 month later, one of Michael's alleged side pieces decided to blow up his spot. She sent photos of herself to a blog, and the images showed her in the same bedroom Michael shared with Georgia.
Oh, hell no. No, the hell she didn't. No, the hell he didn't.
He and Georgia stayed together and even got engaged, but by Valentine's Day 2018, it was all over. In a social media post, Georgia revealed that all the allegations about him cheating on her were true. And get this, besties, he allegedly stuck his bacon bazooka in more than 4 women during their relationship. In her post, Georgia wrote, "You can never do enough or be enough for a man when he's not mentally strong enough and has never experienced a woman of your pedigree. He had deeper issues than I could fix." She ended her message by saying she had no hate towards him and would send prayers for him and the woman he cheated on her with.
She better than me. She is better than me.
1 month later, they got back together.
Fix it, Black Jesus.
But they ultimately broke up again.
Okay, thank you for fixing it, Black Jesus.
Michael took some time to be single and enjoyed the freedom it brought. But then, sometime around 2020, he took a flight to Las Vegas and ran into Lil Jon at the airport.
Yeah!
Lil Jon invited him to an event he was DJing at, and Michael agreed to go. While there, Lil Jon introduced him to Rada. According to Michael, Rada had previously been in a relationship with one of Lil Jon's friends, and she remained close to Lil Jon after the relationship ended.
Oh, so they were just passing her around, huh? That's what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to say? That's what it sounds like to me.
Michael and Rada became friends with benefits for about a year, and then Rada asked them if they could get more serious. Michael agreed, but he told her he wasn't going to keep his dangalang to himself.
So
she was okay with that.
You have to be okay with this. And she was okay with it. And that's why I made her my girl. And, the thing about it was the first time I was actually upfront with somebody.
So why was Rada so willing to allow her man to dip his sausage rocket in other women's fish tacos? Well, she told the Shade Room.
I've been in a long-term relationship, and I've said this before.
You having sex with the same individual for years, it gets boring.
But not everyone was convinced that Rada was okay with sharing her man.
That's just what she's telling herself in order to make herself not feel stupid when he run around and cheat on her. That's all. That's just her getting ahead of it. Oh, I'm down with it. Nobody want that.
They started off by inviting other women into their bedroom.
That ain't gonna work.
But things spiraled when Rada realized that Michael was also meeting up with women on his own, taking them out on dates and spending a lot of time with them.
Well, duh, what the hell does she expect? That's why I say it ain't gonna work, honey. It never do.
And in case you're wondering, Rada wasn't allowed to have a side dude, but Michael allowed her to have a girlfriend. Kinda.
Like he says that I can't have a side man, but I can have side chicks. But he got mad at one of my side chicks.
Well, because she was trying to do the same exact thing you told me I couldn't do. She was trying to get in a full relationship with you.
During their 2021 appearance on Couples Therapy, she said,
He didn't want to be with just one woman, but I didn't know it was to that extent, honestly.
Unsurprisingly, they just couldn't see eye to eye, and in May 2021, their relationship ended. Rada took to social media and said that although she loved him, he had internal issues that he needed to work on.
So Georgia Rain said he wasn't mentally strong enough to be in a relationship, and Rada said he had internal issues. Sounds like somebody needs some therapy. That would sound like.
She went on to hint that she called it quits because she had been lied to. But guess what, y'all? They got back together. They also sat down and came to an agreement.
Now, she had a problem with your lifestyle. Did y'all squash that out at what times?
I mean, we've negotiated. You know,
What does that mean?
I'm cutting down on the side bitches from three a month to maybe one. We negotiated. I'm allowed to have one chick per month.
I know you lying. Bestie, this is the biggest pot of hot, stinking mess we've ever discussed. No.
In July 2021, Michael appeared on The Breakfast Club, and he invited Rada to join him as he chatted with the hosts. And then, out of nowhere, he started digging around in his pocketbook, brought out a ring, and proposed to Rada right then and there. And of course, she said yes, or whatever.
Rada, I love you. Will you marry me?
Yes. Make sure.
90% of the side bitches, bye-bye.
The years passed by, and there was no wedding in sight. Fans started to get a bit suspicious.
Fans? What fans? You got fans like that? Raise your hand if you're a Michael Blackson fan.
While appearing on Vlad TV, Michael said it just wasn't the right time to tie the knot.
You know what? When we first did it, was trying to, I wanted to set a date, but then it's like, I got so overwhelmed with so much other things what I had to do with my career. And I just felt like, I needed to get them things in place.
He lying. He wasn't gonna marry that woman.
The media was still obsessed with their relationship for some odd reason. And in June 2024, he told E! News that the key to a happy relationship was simply to have fun.
Yeah, with other people.
Finally, Rada said screw the wedding and allowed Michael to knock her up. They welcomed their son Mikey in June 2025. 2 months later, she took to Instagram to reveal she was struggling with postpartum depression. Some social media users interpreted her comments as criticism of Michael and his lack of support. Little did they know it was much deeper than that. In October 2025, Michael took to social media to announce that 2 months after Rada gave birth to their son Mikey, a friend he had known for over 5 years gave birth to his son, King Blackson.
Wait a damn minute. How your friend give birth? Friends don't bump ugly, so let's call it what it is. You got your side chick pregnant. Point blank, period.
Although he said his 2 new sons brought him joy, the blessing cost him his relationship with Rada.
It's about damn time.
Right, because enough is enough, child. I didn't think she would ever leave that Muddasucka alone.
Rada wasn't the only one who was blindsided by the news. Michael wrote that he didn't tell his adult children until the night before he made his social media post, and his own mom was left in the dark. He ended his message by saying,
"My apologies to Rada, and I hope she forgives me for the pain I brought to her. I'm going to be the best loving father in the world. To avoid turning into Nick Cannon or Elon Musk, I'm only dating women that ran out of period or had a hysterectomy.
This old dirty ninja.
Over here at RRG, we're not surprised things ended the way they did. Open relationships sound liberating in theory, but in practice, they often collapse under the weight of human psychology. Most people underestimate how fragile the human ego really is. You can agree to share a body, but you can't control how your soul reacts when love starts feeling like a group project. What begins as understanding slowly turns into quiet resentment, unspoken jealousy, and emotional exhaustion. At the core of every open relationship lies a dangerous illusion, the idea that detachment equals strength. But true connection requires vulnerability, and vulnerability cannot exist in a space where your partner's affection is constantly being divided. When one person loves deeper, the balance breaks. Michael and Rada's relationship is the perfect cautionary tale. It started as a compromise. She believed allowing him to roam would keep him loyal in spirit, but psychology says otherwise. Studies show that people in open relationships often experience higher rates of anxiety, insecurity, and emotional detachment because they are constantly managing threats to their bond. Now, we know some of y'all are already in the comments talking about monogamy is unnatural. Not everyone wants to be monogamous. I'm in an open relationship and everything is perfectly fine. And to that, Auntie has something to say.
Yeah, hush up with all that "it works for us" nonsense. Y'all the exception, okay, and not the rule. Get it? You got it? Okay, good.
At the age of 52, Michael is facing the reality of juggling 2 newborns across 2 households. Instead of thinking about retirement, he's out here playing daddy daycare on Delta flights while chasing comedy checks.
Bessie, I know a messy celebrity hate to see you coming, girl. Ooh-wee, child.
He won't be the last man to shoot the club up and conceive a child outside of his relationship, so perhaps it's time for women to start guarding their wombs like Fort Knox. Because when the jokes stop landing and the cameras cut off, the women are left to pick up the pieces, and those babies pay the price for grown folks' recklessness. And now, Auntie will leave y'all with her final words.
It's time to protect your peace, okay? Protect your body and sit y'all asses down somewhere.
If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.